You can do what you want in your agency. You don't have to do the stuff you don't want anymore. So I'm about to show you a conversation I had with one of my clients who we've been working with for the past year and a half, and he's just doing an amazing job. His agency is growing hugely, and our whole goal was to allow him to grow into a role of agency CEO versus agency owner and be just tied to the agency. I mean, a prisoner. And I think you're very familiar with this if you're watching this video. And so I urged him to take a month off. The hardest part he had was in the first week. He felt uncomfortable, he felt uneasy, he was just nervous at what was going to happen. But the cool thing that happens when you take a month off, when you have a team, it makes your team elevate. It makes your team step up. It also uncovers the challenges and the problems that you need to fix. But the amazing thing is rather than reacting to you, they're going to step up. They're going to make decisions based on what's better for the agency and what they believe is the right decision. And sometimes that's even better than the decision that you would have made. His team called it the strategic retreat. Think about if you can get away for a month, your mind will be free from all the dirt that gets around from the day-to-day being in the business. You can start to think clearer on the things you need to do strategically, the things you need to do for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Like even Gary Vaynerchuk, if you look at his blog post right now, he's taking off all of August. This is the first time he's ever done this. I think everybody needs to do this, is take a complete month off and have your team step up. And it also showed him that he needed to block time off, a lot of time off for strategic things rather than running to meetings all the time and running around with your head cut off. The other thing that Zach did was delete his email app and just hardly ever checked his email for a month. But he had people running his account management. He had people running his project management. He had people in charge of sales. He had people in charge of operations. So that is kind of the prerequisite in order for you to take a month off. Like if everything falls on your shoulders right now, obviously, and you don't have a team, you can't take a month off. But that's what you should be striving for. What are the different roles? What are the different divisions that you need within your agency in order to allow you to take off and really become the agency CEO versus an agency owner or agency prisoner? The company didn't need me for the things I used to do. So like when I would go away and my employees would tell me like, hey, I got more done, kind of like you, like I got more done that you were gone. And then I'd be like, I was like, you don't need me anymore. And I didn't feel needed. I didn't feel significant. And so literally I went through depression for about a month or maybe 2 months until my wife said, kind of like what I told you about a year ago, be like, look, our goal is for you to do these roles and you to be able to take off and the business still run without you, right? And she goes, that's what you wanted to create. You did it. And I'm like, oh. And then I realized, the roles I needed to fall into, right? Like, remember, like your whole goal now is to set the vision and communicate it to, the team, to coach and mentor the leadership team, to, be the front face, right? To finish your videos, finish your website, right? Yes. Yeah, man, I'm happy for you, man. I mean, you've accomplished what you set out to be, right? You can do what you want in your agency. You don't have to do the stuff you don't want anymore.